In today's story, we're diving into unbelievable moments where hidden relationships were uncovered in the most unexpected ways. From dramatic confrontations to unbelievable excuses, these real-life situations quickly turned into unforgettable public scenes. Stay tuned, subscribe, and watch how the truth finally came to light in some of the most shocking relationship reveals ever caught on camera.
I have one last present to give Coco. Can you please turn off the music for Coco? Here you go.
Come, let's see what he got.
What are you talking about?
What is this?
That's a pregnancy test that I found in the trash.
Again? I don't know.
Again?
It's a thermometer. Look.
No, that's disgusting. What are you doing?
You're a nasty.
There's 2 lines. You're pregnant?
You know what? I don't appreciate this. This is a terrible gift. Take her out of here.
You honestly feel bad for this guy because nobody should have to deal with this kind of situation. His girlfriend comes across as controlling, untrustworthy, and constantly avoiding responsibility when things get serious. Even the child repeating again makes the situation feel worse, almost like this behavior has happened before. At this point, it seems clear that walking away and finding peace might be the best thing for him.
Back. I bet. Yeah, everybody's checking their mail.
Kids just got off to school.
What is it?
I think it's just a Christmas card. I don't know what else comes in a red envelope.
Maybe it's got some money in it or something.
Oh, it's like one of the gift card ones, but it says ho 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 and someone wrote E's at the end to be like you're a
Oh, that's hilarious. I wonder why somebody would do that.
Santa found your Tinder, ho ho ho.
Oh no.
What the is this?
Oh no.
What is this?
Oh no.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Why the would you do this? Can't you just mind your own
Because I'm
business?
festive like that.
But can't you just mind your own business? Like, why
Me?
do you have to
Mind my
do
own
that?
business?
Yeah,
My wife sleeping with other dudes and having a Tinder is my business.
What I do in my own time is not your business.
Oh.
And you know what? If you want such a negative piece of shit,
Oh, Jesus.
maybe I wouldn't cheat on you. You know? Maybe if you were more optimistic, more festive, more cheery, we wouldn't have to go finding another
Sorry, I'm
negative
depressed.
It's amazing how quickly some people try to change the story once the truth starts coming out. The moment they're confronted, excuses begin flying and responsibility suddenly disappears. Watching the reaction and the attempts to defend the situation makes the whole thing even more unbelievable. In a case like this, getting clear answers with something like a DNA test could be the most sensible step forward.
Yep, can I help you?
Yeah, why is the door locked?
Well, because I've changed the locks.
What do you mean you've changed the locks? This is my house.
No, this is my house. Who paid for the house? Me.
No, but this is mine and your house. I don't...
Actually, technically, it's actually my mother's house, because when we have our divorce, this house isn't going to be yours, so the house is in my mother's name now,
What are you talking about? What do you mean divorce? What? I mean, we have children together. We've been married for...
Yeah, and you also have a Tinder account together, don't you?
No. What do you mean?
What do you mean, no? I found you on Tinder. One of my friends who's got Tinder sent me your profile.
No, that's not... That must be a mistake. That's not me.
Well, no, that is you. It has your name.
No,
It
but
has your
I
age.
Oh.
Has you.
No, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
What do you mean you didn't do that?
I'm telling you, this is not my Tinder account. I don't know who did it.
Well, it is your Tinder account, because it links to your Instagram.
Somebody must have, hacked into my phone. Oh, come on, this is really silly. Can you open the door, please?
Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Because when you were asleep, I went on your phone and I found your Tinder account. On your phone.
Whether anything actually happened or not, the trust in the relationship was already broken the moment Tinder entered the picture. Once that line gets crossed, everything changes. Setting boundaries and changing the locks was probably the smartest way to protect his peace and focus on his children. In the end, everyone makes their own decisions and sometimes they have to accept the consequences that come with them.
Lift it off my shoulder, thank God.
Shh, wow.
What's this? Why does it say cheater?
Well, because that's what you are.
What do you mean that's what I am?
A cheater. I got your active Tinder profile, so don't act like you're not.
Oh my God.
Our relationship is definitely going to be like that now. You're so childish. You're a liar.
I didn't lie about anything. You never asked me about it.
Wow.
So this is what I think about our marriage. This is what I think about everything.
Oh.
Wait, what? So he's supposed to casually ask you whether you're cheating or not? How does that even make sense? I mean, you just gotta pack your bags at that point, find the door, because there's no way that you can pin this on him with that kind of twisted logic.
Happened. Look, I'm sorry. It was just two people. Two guys. It was just once.
Oh.
Or twice.
Oh. Was it together or was it separate? Doesn't really matter because it's still two guys you slept with. So how is that fair?
It didn't mean anything.
Oh,
we can figure it out.
I see. So if it doesn't mean anything, then we can just do what we want.
Well, I mean, it's not like it was intended and on purpose. Like it just kind of happened.
It's not about casually asking and hoping for a simple answer anymore when trust has already been broken. Once serious boundaries are crossed, the situation stops being about blame games and becomes about clarity and self-respect. At that point, the healthiest move is usually to set firm boundaries and step away rather than stay stuck in confusion or arguments.
It's not a big deal.
Hey babe, here's the mail.
Thank you.
Yep. So how's your day?
I guess.
Yeah. Kids good? They behave for you?
What the hell is this?
What do you mean what the hell is that?
What
Can't
is
you
that?
read? You don't recognize that.
I don't understand.
That's your Tinder profile?
Is this actually divorce papers?
Yeah. You have
Just trying to make
Tinder.
Friends. It's not a big deal.
Friends?
It's literally not a big deal.
You make friends on Instagram.
You're being dramatic.
As you're like, oh, I need my ladies' weekends. I need my ladies' nights out. Nights, weekends, you're gone. What does that mean? What are you doing? Who are you hanging out with? You don't tell me who your friends are.
Who cares if it's just a friend?
Just a friend.
Yeah.
So that's clear justification.
I'm not sticking around. It's just a Tinder. It's not a big deal.
There's a lot of back and forth here, with repeated denial and shifting explanations that only add more confusion. From the outside, it looks like there's a major breakdown in trust and very different expectations about what's acceptable in a committed relationship. Ultimately, it may come down to how the facts are viewed in a formal setting, where clearer decisions about the situation can be made.
Jessica?
Yes?
Why do you have two phones?
What?
I said, why do you have two phones?
Why are you going through my stuff?
What do you mean? They're on the freaking luggage hidden.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, what am I talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you going
And
through
you
my
also
stuff?
have a Tinder account.
No, I don't have a Tinder account.
Oh no?
God, you're so insecure.
So insecure when you have a Tinder account?
People do use dating apps for different reasons, but in a committed relationship, what matters most is honesty and agreed boundaries. If one partner feels those lines were crossed even just for chatting, it can still feel like a serious breach of trust. The bigger issue isn't the app itself, but the lack of transparency and whether both people see the relationship the same way.
What are you doing?
What am I doing here? Wait, you didn't expect me here?
No.
That you just got home at, it's 4 a.m. Where do you even think I was? Why'd you get home at 4 a.m. when we have two kids upstairs? I thought you were watching the kids upstairs. I wasn't on that work trip that I said I was on, and I found you on Tinder, so that's why I came back here to see if you were actually cheating. And it's Friday night. You're coming home at 4 a.m. and we have two kids upstairs. So what's the deal?
If a simple, calm question about something like a second phone turns into deflection, anger, or twisting the story, it can definitely signal deeper trust issues. In a healthy relationship, even uncomfortable questions should still allow for honest answers without immediate conflict or confusion. When that basic communication breaks down, it often becomes less about the specific issue and more about whether there's enough trust left to continue at all.
My parents just called me and they said you can come to Christmas dinner.
I still don't understand what you're saying. So
What's
just
so hard to understand? You just can't come.
I can't come for what? Like,
I told you that I was gonna bring a +1, remember?
yeah,
remember
I know the same guy that we had the discussion about you being on Tinder. The same guy that you
so
met?
then I was like, well, I called my parents and they said, wouldn't it be awkward for him? And I was like, yeah, but he doesn't matter. So I decided at the end of the day that you're not.
But I thought you said that we were supposed to be, like, you were going to let him go. It was just for one time.
Well, we've been seeing each other every day.
So you were lying to me.
It's not lying. I'm just having fun. And stop trying to put this on me.
If someone is regularly coming home at 4 a.m. and there's already a pattern of secrecy or dating apps involved, it's understandable why trust would completely collapse in that situation. At that point, the issue isn't just one action, it's the overall breakdown of honesty and priorities in the relationship. For most people, that's usually the point where they stop debating details and start thinking seriously about moving on and rebuilding their life elsewhere.
I've been married for 8 years. I have 3 kids with my husband. My husband is overseas and has been for about 2 years. He comes home 3 times a year and stays for 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
Hey, yeah.
I've been lonely, so I ended up cheating on my husband.
Whoa.
So for context, I end up meeting this guy at a bar and we have a one-night stand. And it was amazing. So that one-night stand turned into an almost every night stand.
Hey!
But it was always just a sexual relationship. So much so that we didn't even stay at each other's houses. We would always get a room. So he's never been to my house and I had never been to his. This has been going on for about 2 years. Anyway, I recently started going to his house.
Oh.
Long story short, today I found out that I'm pregnant. Yesterday, I went to his house and I see a wall full of pictures. I'm looking at the pictures on the wall and I see a picture on the wall and y'all, my husband is in the photo.
Whoa! Don't they mean it? I'm looking at the man in the picture.
I start freaking out internally and I go and sit down. She goes back to the wall and she's like, okay, and who's this man? This guy said, oh, that's my brother. He starts telling me that they're really close, but he doesn't see him much because he lives overseas. So I'm like, oh, okay. Do you know if he's married? He said, oh, yeah. He lives with his wife and 2 kids in Germany.
Oh! Oh!
I'm thinking to myself, his wife and 3 kids are in the United States of America.
Oh!
He starts showing me pictures of my husband with 2 kids and the children look identical to my sons. I'm just staring at these pictures in disbelief. Mind you, I still haven't told this man I'm pregnant with his child, who is also his brother's child. What do I do?
Angel!
It's
enough!
It's
enough! The story!
It's enough!
It's enough! Thank you!
Enough!
Interview 10. Put this on you? That's just straight up diabolical behavior. Treating your man like this and still trying to blame him. I honestly don't know why you're still sticking around, my man. Seriously, if she has a Tinder profile, you are just a placeholder temporarily. You need to kick her out.
This is your Tinder account. What do you mean, what is that? That's your Tinder account.
And on Christmas, like, are you trying to embarrass me
You're-
in front of my mother?
Yep, you don't deserve a Christmas present. Matter of fact, you need to pack your stuff and go.
Pack my stuff and go.
Yeah,
Like,
your
this
dog.
is too
Yes,
much.
your.
If both people were engaging in dishonesty or betrayal in some form, then it usually just points to a relationship that's already deeply broken on both sides. In that kind of situation, it becomes less about assigning all blame to one person and more about recognizing that trust and respect have already collapsed. At that stage, the healthiest direction is typically separation and focusing on moving forward rather than trying to rebuild something that no longer feels stable or mutual.
Hey, yeah, no. I don't think he had any idea because he's a literal idiot. Yeah, I told him I spent the money on, like, the vet emergency for our dog. So he doesn't know about the hotel. Like, we have separate accounts. I just use his. So, yeah. I think we're in the clear. I just wouldn't come here tonight, though, because he's not working tonight. So, he's home. But, yeah. Just, like, don't call me this week because I think he might be a little suspicious. Yeah. Alright.
Getting confronted in front of family can definitely make an already tense situation feel even more intense and final. In moments like that, it usually signals that things have reached a breaking point where private discussions didn't resolve the issues. If someone decides to expose or confront things publicly, it often shows they've already made up their mind and are no longer trying to repair the relationship. At that stage, separation becomes the most likely outcome so both people can move.
See how this goes.
Getting confronted in front of family can definitely make an already tense situation feel even more intense and final. In moments like that, it usually signals that things have reached a breaking point where private discussions didn't resolve the issues. If someone decides to expose or confront things publicly, it often shows they've already made up their mind and are no longer trying to repair the relationship. At that stage, separation becomes the most likely outcome so both people can move forward.
Never have I ever been to London.
I have. Never have I ever been to Scotland.
I have. Never have I ever cheated in a relationship.
No.
Well, you have.
Well, I haven't.
Well, I found your Tinder profile.
They must have used my picture, that's not me.
When trust is broken in a relationship, everything does change and people handle it in very different ways depending on their values and boundaries. Some choose to walk away immediately, others try to process it over time, and a few attempt reconciliation, but it's never simple or predictable. In situations like this, it usually comes down to whether both people are willing to rebuild trust honestly, not assumptions about what might happen later.
Hello? Are you in on this, or? No, promise. Because I just opened the fridge and my Tinder profile was taped inside. I don't know. He said he was gonna go to the store, I got a shower, and I come out and I see this. We're gonna have to, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, I did, I know, I'm gonna tell him, but just give me, like, I just need to be, okay, just got a lot going on, just give me a few days. No, don't even text me. I just want to figure this out, okay? Yeah, I mean, no, I changed my password on my phone, but I just don't know this, okay? Just don't, I'll call you, but I have to make sure that he's not here at home. Yeah, I'll tell him, okay? Like, well, he obviously knows, but like, yeah, I love you too, it'll be over, okay? Give me a few days. God! What the heck?
Her hand really froze when she got exposed, didn't it? You kind of could see it there. That's what happens when you treat your partner like a fool and think you can run around having fun with other people behind people's back. You good? Seriously, good job though, my man. I mean, this has to be one of the smartest ways to confront a cheating wife.